To lighten the mood, the man completely ignored Annie's pleas and jumped into the sea with her in his arms. What Jack didn't realize was that this very action would lead to a tragedy. Right after they jumped into the water, he suddenly realized he hadn't lowered the ladder that would allow them to climb back onto the yacht. Even worse, that ladder could only be released from the yacht's deck. And now, the only one left on board was a small infant, far too young to help them pull the ladder down. Jack had been the last one to jump off the boat, and now they were all stranded in the middle of the ocean. The nearest shore was more than 200 kilometers away. Swimming back wasn't an option. The deck was over 2 meters above the water, and the hull was smooth with no grip points. They couldn't climb up directly. In a panic, Jack tried to step on a float ring to reach the railing on the deck, but with the water constantly swaying, even standing upright was nearly impossible. After multiple attempts, and unsurprisingly, Jack failed each time. Then they tried to grab the flagpole on the yacht and pull themselves up using the national flag, but the flag wasn't strong enough to support Jack's weight, and it quickly tore apart. As their last hope of escape vanished, everyone's mood shifted. They all blamed Jack, saying it was his impulsive act of jumping in with Annie that had gotten them into this mess. But blaming him wouldn't change their situation. Just when they had no idea what to do, a sharp ringtone pierced the air. They swam toward the source of the sound, which was coming from the other side of the deck. It was a phone ringing inside a pair of pants. Everyone's eyes lit up with hope again. If they could grab the phone and call for help, they might be saved. Luckily, one of the pant legs had fallen down within reach. They finally managed to grab the pants, but the phone had gotten wet. After a few sparks and a sizzling sound, the phone was completely dead. Furious, Jack threw the phone into the sea, but that phone had been their last hope, and no one expected Jack to act so irrationally. At that moment, Tom suddenly came up with a good idea. He told everyone to take off their swimsuits and tie them tightly together. Then, they threw the makeshift rope toward the railings on the deck. If the swimsuits could hook onto the railing, they might just have a chance to climb up. Fortunately, after repeated attempts, the swimsuit rope finally caught onto the railing. Jack gave it a slight tug and found that it held strong. He slowly began to climb up. At last, Jack managed to grab onto the deck's edge with his right hand. However,